Hello and welcome to everybody on Cloud Fitness. So in today's video of Python series, I'm going to talk about doc strings in functions. So today we are going to see what are document strings in functions, why do we use document strings in function. So related to the function specifically, I have already made two videos on what function is, why do we use function, how do you pass an argument to a function, how do you pass a tuple and a dictionary to a function. So I do recommend watching this whole Python tutorial in CD so that you have a very good grip on the concepts, and I can guarantee you by the end of this whole playlist, right, you would be a very good Python developer in itself, right? So let's move ahead and I'll directly jump on to the PyCharm editor and let me go to my Python project, create a new Python file, and I'll name it as docstrings in function, right, .py. Now basically when we talk about doc strings, what are exactly doc strings? Now to do that, let me put in some function over here and let me go over here. So basically the sum, I have already told you, right, this is nothing but this is an inbuilt function. So I have already in my previous video I've talked about it, right? I've just written sum to go to this particular built-in library or built-in Python file that we have, where you have all these functions written, right? So these are nothing but all of these are just the functions, right? All of these are just the function. So for example, this is one function def sum, right? It is taking in the few arguments, right? Now if you see, there is a kind of comment. I have already talked about comments in Python. So if you see over here, there is a kind of comment. Let me in fact try to reduce the size as well of my font so that it's pretty easier. Now you can actually see how does this looks like completely, right? So if you see the sum function, it is taking arguments, and then there are in triple quotes something is written. Now this is nothing but this is called as doc string. Now this is not a comment. Remember that the syntax is as a comment, but when it is written in a function with the triple quotes, triple double quotes or triple single quotes, then this is called as document string. Now why do we call it as document string? Basically, so for example, if you look at this built-in .py file, right, it is a very long file, right? It has n number of functions over here, right? Maybe more than 2000. Now in that case, what will actually happen over here? If I write a file like this and I give it to a developer, why, and I go, right, and I go out of the company, right, for XYZ reason. Now the other person will have a lot of difficulty in identifying what does each function do. He has to go through the code in detail. But now if you have this doc string, it is specifically meant to give an explanation about the function itself that is being used. So if you see for this sum function, what it is saying, return the sum of a start value plus an iterable of numbers, right? So we have used this particular sum function as well, right? When the iterable is empty, it returns the start value. This function is intended specifically for the use with the numeric values and may reject non-numeric type. So this is nothing but this is a doc string in Python, right? So I hope you understood what exactly is a doc string. So let's say let me open the previous file that we created from our previous video, which is nothing but tuples and dictionaries as variable in functions. So we tried this, right? Now if you see, let me just copy this particular function and place it over here, right? Now I'm just trying to save the time instead of writing the function. Now here within this function itself, if I write triple quotes and if I write the statements, right, on what this function is doing, so this is nothing but this is a doc string. Now it can be triple single quotes or it can be triple double quotes as well. Remember that both are nothing but both are doc strings only, right? Triple double quotes or triple single quotes, right, both are nothing but both are doc strings only. So doc strings, again, just to re-specify the thing, what does doc string do? They are nothing but they define what a particular function is supposed to do, right? The functionality of a function is defined in a doc string, and doc strings are created when you create a function, and these are created by keeping in the double quotes or the triple quotes. So I hope you understood what are doc strings, how they are declared, and I hope you're liking this particular series, and do follow each of these tutorials in sequence because they are actually made in sequence for the easy understanding. And I hope you are subscribing to my channel and you are sharing my channel as well. So thank you so much for being till here.